give him a round warm welcome, Dave.
Thank you, Gary. Where do I start? So, I started to see Gary about 2 years ago originally to go and see him to discuss losses in my family. I lost a few members of my family to cancer. And just around about that time, after a few sessions of going to see him, which benefited me greatly. This was after going to see a couple of other counsellors as well, which I didn't. At that point, I was starting to think I should give up with it. It wasn't something for me. But I thought I'd give Gary one last go. It was something that my girlfriend, my dear girlfriend, insisted on me doing. And around that time, it really benefited me going to see Gary and discussing the losses that I've experienced in my life. And it was just around that time that I've got a little boy called Jackson. He's 6 now, and his mother decided that she was going to move away and go and live in Malaga. At which point I took Jackson stayed with me. He lived with me for 2.5 years, and then he was going over there for Easter holidays, and his mum decided to not bring him back, and she cut off all contact that I had with Jackson. I couldn't call him or anything like that. As you can imagine, that was heartbreaking to say the least. So I continued my sessions with Gary, just going into that in depth, and it's been quite a traumatic couple of years, dealing with courts and all the ins and outs of trying to get a resolution to the situation I was in. But thank God, finally we got there, and it was literally just over a month ago. We went to court and we got an agreement set up in court, and I've now been over to see Jackson 3 times in Malaga, and he's coming over here to see me at Easter and spend a week with me in Easter, and I get to see him throughout all the school holidays. And so I've just started my relationship back with my son, and it's been a blessing, absolute blessing. So it's just something I'm quite passionate about. It's something that I don't think I would have coped with anywhere near as well as I did without the support of Gary and Rachel at the Gap. So yeah, it was a massive help. So, and that's my story really.
And what I'm most proud of Dave about, I mean, he's been very generous with his warm acknowledgements for me, but he's the one that's been through it. And it's so easy when things are not in our control directly to then force it to make it in your control. And the temptation could have been there to go there to Malaga on my own, forget what the courts say. But what he didn't realise he was doing, that even though he didn't have contact with his son, he was still being a dad. He was still being a parent, and he was still being a good example to his son, even though he couldn't speak with him. He missed out on Father's Days, he missed out on birthdays, and we had the tears together, the harms and the joys, but you always just kept thinking, I'm still being a dad, I'm going to be the best person I can be, that when I do get reunited with my son, that it's going to be better than ever. And Dave, you did that, so I just really want to say, well done, you are an example to me. Thank you.